don't know, man. It feels weird to be shipping a bunch of clever visual metaphors used to personify the abstract concept of emotion, but I will. So, it's 2024, and our favorite gaggle of Technicolor mind blob things are back to make sure our homegirl Riley is the crunkest bitch in all of Minnesota. I mean San Francisco. At least until Puberty strikes, and I gotta say, I think it's a testament to the movie's writing that they didn't make a single period joke despite having every justifiable reason to. It's not turning red, and it never was. Anyway, the sudden onset hormones means that our crew has to break in a new set of hirees, the always lovable and endearing anxiety, and the triple E's, jealousy, shame, and boredom. Unfortunately, the timing is very inopportune because Riley's IRL friends just gave her a preemptive fucking off, and that stinks to high heaven when you're only 13. But then Riles has this meet-cute with Val, this totally radical girl from the high school's hockey team. Now, I get this moment is supposed to be platonic admiration or some shit, but I gotta ask. Ladies, is it gay to look at other girls under a rose-tinted lens, turn into a babbling idiot from being in their presence while making a non-consensual grab for their hair? Cause I'm pretty sure this doesn't happen between straight dudes. Or maybe it does, what do I know? Anyway, Joy is like, listen up, Carrot Top. I've been repressing Riley's cringe levels for months now. I'm not gonna let you undo all of my hard work for something that might happen. And Anxiety is like, girl, why are you even here? COVID got rid of you like years ago. It did? Yup. See ya! So, Joy and all the other basic needs emotions get sentenced to horny jail with the rest of Riley's hidden desires, like the dad from Bluey, intrusive thoughts, and this clown. Side note, I hate him because he gets to have the one thing I will never ever have. Anyway, they bust out and have to traverse the mindscape to reach the big tall mountain of spilled spaghetti, cause that's where Riley's self-actualization got deposited. They send Sadness back up to headquarters cause she already went on this journey in the last movie, and the rest of these guys are like, Joy, I know this goes completely against your namesake, but why aren't you complaining and making problems for everyone else like the rest of us? You're delusional, man. And Joy is like...
Delusional? Of course I'm delusional! Do you know how hard it is to stay positive all the time when all you folks do is complain, complain, complain? Jiminy, mother, loving toaster strudel!
Yeah, don't think I didn't see that face there. You're a little freak, aren't you, Anger? Anyway, they apologize for being completely insufferable, and they make their way across various punishable landscapes in order to reach their destination. But somewhere between the unsent text messages and the concert hall of K-pop biases, they come across a hidden bunker housing a bunch of sleep paralysis demons slaving away under Anxiety's cast iron rule. Speaking of which, Fear actually says...
Look, I don't like her words, and I do not like her actions. I just think I can change her.
I swear to God, they're doing this on purpose, man. But yeah, back in the frontal lobe, the orange lady has Riley forgo every childhood interest she's ever held dear in order to be a super duper cool high school freshman. AKA pretending to know anything about music, eating a Cliff Bar, and orchestrating that awkward moment when you blow off your friends but you don't actually tell them the reason and no one knows if it was just a one-off thing or if you're actually not friends anymore because no one wants to be the first one to point fingers, but since no one is bringing it up, no one is exactly sure where you all stand. Yeah, needless to say, this is all Anxiety's fault. And the others too, I guess. I'm not really sure what they're doing. Also, she totally catches Sadness and Shame dogpiling under the sheets, and she's like, yeah, I'd be more upset about this if you two weren't a match made in heaven. Anyway, Best Girl somehow breaks into the high school at night without tipping off a single authority figure and discovers that the coach gave her the worst possible assessment imaginable. Riley Anderson is mid. So, the new motions start a brainstorm to ideate a solution for this travesty, which leads to Riley assuming the persona of those cool as fuck Asian American girls with rebellious dyed hair. This upturn in chatitude causes a lobotomy that severs the line to where our heroes are at, and Joy is like, man, is this really what happens when you reach adulthood? You have to commodify every little thing that gives you pleasure to the point where every action you take needs a return on investment and nothing can ever be done simply because you find enjoyment in it? Yup, good thing Riley's not an adult yet. So, they come up with half of a plan to peg a cartoon character, literally spill the spaghetti on Spilled Spaghetti Mountain, and ride that shit all the way back to HQ. And just in time, cause by this point, Riley is tearing shit up at the Blackhawks game, and she gets put in timeout on the account of a technical murder. This causes Anxiety to absolutely fucking lose it, which in turn jumpstarts a panic attack, which subsequently makes the entire online animation community jizz their pants. Okay, I know I'm being facetious and all, but in all honesty, this destroyed me. Like, have you ever been in a situation that is just so terribly uncomfortable, but for some reason you can't determine where the danger is coming from, but your body is reacting to it anyway? And then out of the blue, the air starts to thicken and your muscles lock up as if some invisible force is doing everything in its power to push you into a box, and your mind is running at 1,000,000 miles a second in a hopeless attempt to save you from a threat that doesn't actually exist. And even when you tell your brain to please stop destroying itself, your body just won't listen to reason even when it so desperately wants to, and your mental faculties reach that horrible sensation where you're constantly moving but also not moving at all, and nobody can help you because they can't see that your own brain is eating you alive? Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, Anxiety relinquishes control and they put the self-actualization back. But for some reason, Riley is still freaking the fuck out. And then Joy is like, OMG, I figured it out. You can't stop yourself from being a total cringe fest. Being weird and awkward and stupid is a sick and horrible feeling that affects everyone. So you might as well suck it up and just suffer in agony for the rest of your life. So they install a new sense of self that allows for cringe, and it works out great, cause as it turns out, misery loves company, and the girlies make up over their shared experience of being teenagers who are simultaneously too young and too old to do anything fun. Joy thankfully feels important again, and the rest of them are like, you see, everybody here has a purpose and a role to play, so we should embrace this new emotional range with an open heart and let everyone do whatever they can to make sure Riley lives to be the best person she can possibly be.
Remember when Bree and Grace and us...
Shut up, no one likes you. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering why I did the Inside Out 2 movie first without doing the first movie, and the answer to that is a very resounding shut up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, support me on Patreon, all of that good shit. And until then, stay tuned.